This episode of Late Night with Ed Money is brought to you in part by Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant, located in downtown Amherst. And if you're local to them, dial for carryout at 440-985-FOOD. Or go to their website, which is ziggyspubandrestaurant.com. If it's a sporting event that you want to see, don't forget your sunglasses, because they have so many 4K TVs it'll burn your retinas. So go to Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant in downtown Amherst.
We hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
I'll make it go away. Oh, my bad. You gotta start that over.
Of despair.
Warning, what you're about to hear is an adult show. You will hear anecdotal stories and humorous situations meant for adults. In essence, kids, don't listen or try this at home. Everything you're about to hear is done by drunk, trained professionals. Now enjoy the show.
Deep within the pit of despair. Balls of Christ, dude.
This is Councilman Joe, and you're listening to The Wildest Show on Internet Radio.
Hi. Why, hello, my friends. You're listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on the website, which is latenightwithedmoney.com, where it's real people have real conversations about life.
About what?
I'm waiting for him to kick it.
About what?
See what he
About
does? What? He does that to me, and then I'm waiting for it, and then you stop. All right, members, thank you for all things you do. Remember to like, share, subscribe, tell 2 people about the show. It makes a world of a difference. To you, it's just 5 seconds. To us, it's a million thank you. So please check that out. Same thing with the music. We're going to be leaving you with Bimini, with Everin Maxwell. It's A Day to See. It's really weird. It's like Irish folk music done to, like, what was that? Not Enya. There was someone look at the
the Benedictine monks?
Maybe it's Anya. Wait, that's what it was. Yeah, thank you.
Anya over
you
here.
got to check it out.
Lasagna.
At the end. Thank you for all the things you do. You're always listening to myself, Ed Money. Right over here is CPAP Chuck. I had to slow it down.
What's up? Yvette Dick.
Chuck Dick.
Bruh.
He's down at the end. Our local genius down there is Jeffrey Neutron.
What's up?
And last but not least, always keeping us in balance and in check is Bueno. He's walking very slowly away.
Combo.
What are you, Clint Eastwood with the walking away?
It's the beginning of Thriller.
We do have in studio again the lovely Beck. She's joining us here. You're always welcome to come too, because Chuck said that you said, "Oh, well, is it right if anytime you want to come?"
No,
Yeah.
I never would.
That seat is always
assume
open,
that.
so
Yeah.
you're, even if you didn't want to be on camera, you can always.
The female voice is always just a nice, soft
It's nice, dude.
addition
It's
to
nice.
our growl.
Eds isn't good enough?
Audience members,
No.
again, thank you for all the likes. The new site, thank you for going to the new one, which is latenightwithedmoney.com. Check that out.
Where?
Latenightwithedmoney.com. Please go to it. It's making. I can see that people are going to it. They're accessing it versus the old site. It makes a difference. Also, go to the YouTube, the BitChute, Odyssey, any of the other ones that Rumble and Spotify. Listen any way you can. Thank you for all things that you do. I went out. I got this. I was going to say this to you guys. Have you guys ever worn one of the?
What is it?
Things?
It's a compression armband.
Name a body part, and I've worn it on there.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Professional armchair surfers.
Oh.
No, I was
Is
gonna.
that his whacking arm?
No, it's all big and bulky.
I got to keep a compression sock on it. I overworked it.
Keeps his forearm from atrophy because he doesn't use it.
I can adjust the forearm as
He's got a whole bodysuit.
The rest is big and muscular.
You're
He's got a
right,
scrawny little forearm. No, what it is I had my
You
mom.
bought a watch at Goodwill and the band was too small, so you thought you'd shrink your arm so you could fit it.
I thought you had like a whole, like, oh, he's got thermals on. He must have had to do something outside here. It's just 8 inches long. That's it. It doesn't even go to the elbow. That's it.
Why do you have that?
I was gonna explain.
Do you have tennis elbow?
Is it an archer's guard? You know that. You know
No,
what I
that's
mean?
on his man boob.
Yeah.
No. What happened? It was the silliest goddamn thing. This is where I was going to ask you guys about getting old, and I know that you can't get your eyes off it now, can
No,
you?
because I'm like, did he self-diagnose himself and give himself a treatment?
It was.
You know what? I'm on the internet. I
He
can figure this
WebMD'd
out.
it.
What was the problems you
I
were
think I
having?
got
with
that.
I didn't call Chuck MD. Is that what it is? And you're upset?
I'm a little upset because you skip out on your co-pays.
Why did you put it on in the first place? What's wrong?
What
He
happened?
thought it would look sexy.
This is what I was going to say. It was the oddest thing. This is where I know I'm getting old.
Yeah.
That's actually a calf warmer.
I was going to say it's on there because he slipped and
It's a
fell and
mini-
accidentally shoved his arm in it.
It's a mini skirt.
If that's for your elbow, you're not
No.
wearing it.
I
You
can't.
get a little low there.
I know.
Yeah.
I haven't pulled it all the way up yet. That's
Well,
why.
how long have you been wearing it low?
I just got it today. I just got it today. I know. I had wait. What happened was
Pickleball?
No, not
I think it decreases the cellulite dimples.
Look at how
It
smooth it is.
spanks for his arm.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he sat in gravel.
You say his arm spanks? He got that for when he goes to bingo. He doesn't get bingo wings.
No, not what? Oh, wait. Shout out to. There's a couple people real quick. You wanted to shout out before I continue?
Shout out to Diana. Met her at Ziggy's today.
Diana.
I have to shout out to her. She's
Yes.
going to unsubscribe from the show.
Yeah,
so.
she said she subscribed. So thank you for listening. You
Are we
said,
going around the table?
No, is anybody else? If you had someone
Oh,
else.
I just said, you bet, Nick?
You bet. Okay.
All right.
So,
What about Beth?
Beth
Talked
K.
about
That's right.
Beth K. Dick.
Beth K. Dick. And
Of
so,
course, Devin Dick.
Devin Dick.
let it,
I've heard a
Becky
lot
Dick?
about Devin Dick.
DD.
Sorry.
Dick,
There's not a double D on your sleeve.
Devin Dick.
Byron Dick.
have you ever had just as we're getting older, like he and I talked about you're bending over something totally dumb and stupid. You're just bending over and all of a sudden your back goes out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or not just the back, or,
Shoulder, neck,
my neck.
everything.
My
and
neck, my
shoulders.
back.
Have you ever been in the shower and you get out and you're like, what the hell did I just do? Because
Right,
that
yeah.
didn't hurt when I got in.
Beat off.
It's beaten off. That's what it was.
You had me at shower.
But it's a sign of like us getting old that all of a sudden I'm having these pops and whistles and especially the knees. It's the weirdest thing. My knees. I ground down when I was doing roofing.
Knees,
On a
my
grind-
back,
like
my
a-
booty, and my. Sorry.
A bench grinder?
I did on a
My back.
bench grinder.
Lick my-
When I did last time, I did a roof for of the full roof where it was affecting me was when Construction Randy when we were doing that run roof.
Yeah.
And dude, I was bent. You're bent over.
All
him doing
day.
electrical. He's got to be in.
And previously fabricating, always on knees and just
yeah.
beating yourself up.
And don't-
I don't think you get any long-lasting effects from doing like 2.5 roofs. Just saying.
His whole life.
Yeah.
I did 2 roofs in my lifetime.
One was a garden shed.
Yeah, we don't count that one.
Barbie Dream House.
Yeah.
Barbie Dream House. That's the point too.
That goes with all those other Barbies, like he said, the
No.
doctor,
Yeah.
the professor, the
It's not like that.
Yeah.
But
Astronaut.
What happened was I was on that roof with Construction Randy, and I went down, and it's like you like your legs kind of locked, and I
Yeah.
couldn't get back up. I literally had to go and like pop my legs back up because it's now to the point where it's cartilage is gone. It's just bone
Bone
on
on
bone.
Bone on bone.
Bone on bone. So I've got
Sounds
that
like a
my-
typical Saturday night. at your
I was
house.
just gonna say that. Yeah, sword fight. But now they're more like those pool noodles. Not quite bone on bone.
Bendy straws.
I was
El Dante.
instead of
Right there. You know what I mean? Just
Ed throws his at the cupboard to see if it's done.
still firm, but it may kink.
Right. You're almost there, but still.
Yeah, just a little El Dante.
Mom, do you have any popsicle sticks and rubber bands?
Right. So what happened is I was just doing stuff and I
Flint.
what?
Thank you for finally catching it. I'm like, nobody? Okay.
I got it.
I was laughing.
Yeah, I was busy laughing at everything else. I couldn't
I'm still
stop.
running on Windows. So I'm a lag.
I did something dumb. Dude, I don't know if it's ever
Really?
since 50,
Mm-hmm.
it's like my body feels like it's chugging slower. And so that's why I've been
Can you get much slower? Because you're really not active these days.
I've been, but
I felt it at 49.
okay.
I did.
Yeah.
A difference. Cheaters, never needed them in my life. All of a sudden, I can't see.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, I turned 50
I mean-
and got glasses, and I
Yeah.
hate it.
and
I want LASIK so bad.
All of a sudden, yeah.
I
My
recommend
shit
it.
started at 42, so screw you
Was
all.
it
Did it?
42?
Yeah.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
felt
Wow.
something at 39.
A whole bunch of stuff.
And then, like, from 25 to 39, I felt exactly the same. 39, I hit a wall in certain area, whatever. I don't remember exactly all the things. But then 49, I was like, oh, I got another year before I start. It doesn't work like TikTok. It's like, okay, you're close enough. Shit's going to start failing.
Right.
And it does.
Right.
It just does,
So what? Well,
Makes
what
me
happened?
angry.
What happened was I was just doing stuff around the house, and then I
Like what? Sitting,
Yeah.
sleeping.
By the way, side note, I still get boners. No problems there. Just saying. I don't want,
Not everything is
to
broken.
disappoint all.
he doesn't need the popsicle stick and rubber band
I
yet.
don't want to disappoint 3 listeners.
I never have a problem with
Ben
that.
and Jerry.
I never have a problem with
The
that.
problem is getting the partner.
No,
Right.
that's-
Right.
It's up. It's just where to put it.
I
And there's no pressure, and you're not probably anxious alone. So you're like, this thing works good. I'm good.
His stuffed animal
Yeah,
side eye him
step onto
though.
a stage with someone there, and it might not be. He's like, I don't know what happened. Just
so when
last
the,
night.
when the curtain opens, you're saying,
Yeah, like the frog.
That's
That
what-
frog that
Oh,
dances.
no,
He's like, oh, it doesn't work anymore.
And they just look as boners sitting there.
Yeah.
anyways, I think I was throwing the ball for the dog or something dumb, and all of a sudden
Oh, is
my
that
arm,
what you call it?
My arm. it felt funky. You know what I mean? It felt real funky, and I thought, well, that's odd. And what was I went into the bedroom, and I'm like, man, my arm it just felt funky. So I went into the bedroom, and I was leaning over, and I went to lean over, and I put my hand on the wall, and as soon as I
Is
did,
that when you were peeing?
it like no,
your arm went, nope.
in the wall. I was just being
Yeah, it's peeing into the wall.
Some guys, I think, lean and pee.
Yeah, I've
When I'm
seen that
drunk.
work.
Who? What?
Maybe
I've
you need
seen-
to loosen up next time before you
Maybe stretch
start.
before you
throwing.
pee.
I mean, seriously,
Right.
yeah,
And it hurt like a son of a bitch, dude. And
Calisthenics.
yeah.
what did go ahead, Jackie?
Don't you like do stretches or anything in the morning to limber up?
Stretches?
I have to stretch before work every morning.
Stop it.
It's a stretch him just getting out of bed. Well, no, when I was sick of Cedar Point. All right, when I was a kid, I was in shape, played baseball, everything, not just recreation, not like
Soccer.
Yeah, whatever. I was pretty good shape.
Yeah.
So you're there at Cedar Point with a girl, and you go by the games, and they had this pitch thing. Oh, no. Where you walk up after doing nothing,
And like the milk things or
and you
whatever.
get a hard ball, and
Yeah.
you throw it once, and it gives you a mile per hour.
Yep.
You throw it again, mile per hour, and you
speed.
try to
Yeah.
guess the third one, and if you guess within 1 mile per hour, you get a prize.
Oh, nice.
Well, every guy that's there is
Tries to-
even if they're not with
Absolutely.
somebody, the people around, you get up there and you throw as hard as you can 3 times,
Yep.
and it's the worst thing you could do to
Right.
your arm.
Right.
And I just remember leaving there a couple times like, oh, and just like, oh,
Yes.
thanks for the eraser. And I'm walking away with my arm literally like
disconnected,
pain.
dislocated.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, because you go up and you
Right.
throw as hard as you can
You
without
warm
warming
up.
up.
And every time the third pitch is like 10 miles an hour slower.
Yeah,
You're
go
like,
figure.
oh, yeah, it's going to be the same.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All you have to do is like move the gun when you throw it, and it changes at 100%. You know.
See, that's the thing. And right. I don't know if I did that throwing the ball with the dog because I'll check that the dog loves retrieving the ball. We'll do that all day long. He'll keel over dead and just keep.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. But
Get
no.
one of those automatic.
Did you win anything?
Yeah, a dog.
A dog.
Yeah, duh.
When I leaned against the wall, it's like my arm locked all of a sudden, and I was like, "Oh God!" So I snapped it like this, and then I could move it. But it's the sensation you get when you hit your funny bone.
Yeah.
How it seems
Yep.
like it's here and
All the way down to your fingers.
Yeah, it's like a nerve thing.
Yeah,
Your pinky?
Is that what you're hitting? Isn't there
It's
a
your radial,
nerve that's
your radial?
Yeah, if there was, it would be like
I
your
believe
knee
it's your
without a
radial.
kneecap. It's
Yeah.
open area where you can hit. I think.
It's your humerus where the tendon runs between the
right. It's
okay.
exposed.
Right.
the radius and ulna into the humerus. The tendon is exposed there, so when you hit it, you hit the tendon, which triggers all those nerves, and you're like,
That makes sense.
Right, and
Yeah.
it's insane. Well,
I
that's
think how we have a resident.
Dude,
Dude, I feel like I'm watching that old encyclopedia commercial. I always wondered where my mandibula was.
That's why
Do you guys remember that?
You might have swelled up a tendon
It was
or
in that
something, though,
one
and that'll
vol-
put pressure
Yeah.
on it and give you some
I think I
zingers.
did. So what I did was I went. At first, I talked to. I did actually. I was near. I got in the truck and I was driving around. So I said, "Man, let me
Driving
stop
around with one arm.
Do you have
on
you have
Highway
any-
9.
Do you have any leave?
I would like you to leave.
Wait a
kidding.
minute. No, yeah, I do. We
Yeah.
have a leave. Yeah,
That's
should I try
ibuprofen.
leave?
Well, it's got
Nanoprobes.
Nanoproxen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ibuprofen and
That's it.
that pretty much.
So maybe I'll try that. But what I did was
'cause it's got a little anti-inflammatory in it.
Yeah.
I stopped by my doctor, Franken Doctors.
Yeah.
I just stopped in and I said, "Look, I don't need an appointment. I screwed up my arm and I hate to go in for because they're going to charge her
Right.
just to go in.
No way around it.
$75.
For her to go, hey, go get a compression because I've got ones for my knees.
Next
But
time you see her, tell her Murphy said hey.
I will. She's a great. You know Franken Doctor. Okay, yeah. So have you ever tried to use the ones for your knees on your arms?
No.
And it's
No, Ed.
What, the icy hots or what?
no, the brace.
Is that what that is?
My knee is
There's
10
no
times the
way.
size of my elbow.
I was gonna say my knee is much bigger than my elbow. I'm
gonna
not
say, yeah.
So
talking about the one with the little hole on it? The
Yes.
little hole
So
in
I
it?
had that, and I'm like, well,
It's huge.
it should be universal.
Hey,
You know?
did you ever use one of those little finger
Yeah, if
condoms on your
leg is
penis?
as big as your thigh.
That's
I mean,
universal.
your
Pocket
arm.
reamer.
Universal. Yeah.
The little pocket reamers you get with the suppositories.
Right.
It's not a
So I
condom.
said, I've got several for my knee. I've got. Look at it. It's
I thought that's how you packed it in there,
You need
like a
the one-
musket.
You need the one with the copper.
Dad, put this
The
condom on.
infused copper.
Copper.
Okay.
that's a
she
fused
talking
copper.
about?
That's what it is. Yeah, and that's what I was going to
All the
ask.
crackheads are going to try to steal your armband now.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think that this? What it is? It was they had one without. And they had this other one for like $2 more that had infused copper.
People, people say it works. I have no idea.
And I'm like, well, you're Chuck MD. I would have called your ass.
I don't do that supernatural hippie shit.
Yeah. They weigh like 4 pounds more.
If you have arthritis, get the copper. If you don't bother.
What does it do? I mean, I might as well just tape some old pipe that I have.
Did you put on some Enya and sit in a drum circle?
Is it some kind of like magnetic thing? Obviously.
I have
don't
no
know.
idea, but it's supposed to
Mineral.
do something
Right.
to alleviate the arthritis pain.
Because this, you know.
And where I've got compression gloves that I use for
Okay.
typing.
See?
And I get the ones with the copper because the other ones don't work.
You have like
Didn't do squat for me.
like fingerless gloves for typing.
I have
That's awesome.
Yes.
I have
They
fingerless
have racing
gloves.
stripes on them.
No.
That would be awesome.
I got the fingerless gloves for breakdancing.
Well, who doesn't?
I got copper in them though.
Hello.
They're
I got
pennies.
They
titanium.
slide better. They slide better. You can do your hand spins.
That's what
Yeah,
I just wondered about the copper fuse. Does that even, because remember
I don't know.
We had this one guy years ago at the bottle company when I was working at the bottle company. Go ahead.
You would wear the gloves with copper in it if you wanted to be a conductor. Hello?
But up bumped. He said it
Anyhow,
on
that's for all the electricians. Dick?
But I had this guy years ago. I worked for the audience. I worked for this bottle company. I was a rep for them.
That's when you had a job.
Yeah, back then. So, and what happened is we had this guy that came in, and he was selling these. He did this whole demonstration where you put them in the copper things in your shoes.
They were magnets.
Oh,
It
the
was-
snake
it was-
oil salesman.
What?
It was Niken.
Snake oil.
It was what?
Cures
The company,
warts.
the company was Niken.
You know what I'm
N-I-K-K-E-N.
talking about.
Yes, my mom sold those.
Okay.
They
what?
were magnetic soles
Yes.
that you
remember
put in your
those.
shoes.
See?
And they did this.
It's strength test. Listen.
Yeah, it's pronounced rip-off.
No, I agree. I agree. But you do this test where you put them. You have the person stand with their hands in front of you.
Yes,
you
this is
lean,
it.
And
you
this
lean
is-
on their hands.
Yes.
Right.
A strength test.
And you can't hold them up.
Yes.
But then you put these magnets in your shoes, and
Yep.
you can. It's fucking weird.
It's
because you
yes.
can't.
See?
Yes.
Yeah,
It really works.
I had someone
yes.
at work way back when at headquarters, and yeah, everybody tried it. Yeah,
All right. So
you couldn't.
my
weird.
my stepdad. Right.
How does that work for boners?
I
Can
have
you
no
push
idea.
it down?
You cannot push
Here,
it down.
ma'am, try to push us down.
Smack it.
Like, I can't run through a regular brick wall, but if you put a hot chick on the other
Oh, yeah.
side and say, if you get to her,
Right.
you can have her.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm going through that brick wall.
Right. Same. That's same. Yeah.
Put on your
Same thing.
shoe
Gotta be-
magnets.
Same.
It's got to be some kind of mental because it's not like
I don't know if it.
superpower,
I don't know
you know?
if it is, but
He's trying to run and there's like forks stuck out his shoes. Knives.
I don't think so because I was like, oh, this is bullshit.
right?
trash can lid.
Look, I can tell you this: my stepdad burnt his legs in a. He threw some sawdust into a fire and it flamed
just
up,
spit up a
and
little.
burned
Oh, yeah.
his legs. And my mom was selling this shit, right?
Yes.
And she's like, "Well, this is good for healing or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
So she had this blanket that had the magnets in it, which I still have one. If I have a fever, I will fucking sleep under this blanket, and it's gone in a night.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense, but it works. He used this blanket on his second-degree burns for like a week. They were gone. No pain, no scarring, nothing. I'm like, I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works, but if that's not proof enough,
Could he get a boner under the blanket?
I'm sure he
Wow.
could.
This
It
is
might have been
right.
better. Magnetic.
yeah.
It
Dude,
attracted things.
It's not a joke. What happened was, what he's saying is, we had this guy that came in.
So did
and
you buy some?
We bought. The people that I was working for at that time were.
Hippies?
Yeah. They were of the generation. They were
Holistic medicine people?
It was really weird too. With the people that I worked for, it was the
Did
oddest.
they smell like patchouli and B.O.?
I like patchouli.
Not B.O.
No.
I know my son's family, they're on Lakewood, and when he was little, he'd come to, like, when I had him,
Yes.
he'd come over and he'd have this,
When you had what?
he's just an infant.
Oh,
He'd have a braid.
He'd have an amber bracelet and necklace, and I was like, "What is that?" They're like, "Oh yeah, it really,
Right, see?
it does whatever." I was
Yes.
like, "Yeah, it makes him look stupid."
Dude, no.
Like that's dumb.
No, dude, listen. There's some of that holistic
Oh,
stuff
it's
is crazy.
terrible.
This is what I was gonna get. I was gonna ask about this too. That because of this thing.
Yeah.
We had this guy that came in. He had a whole Nikon. Is that what the name was?
Niken.
Niken. He had a whole array.
Wasn't
of
he the
shit.
bad guy on Walking Dead?
Probably.
Close.
He had a whole array. He bought the thing, and the boss bought all. He bought all. He was the weirdest couple. This guy was a clean cut guy, but his wife was like a hippie kind of chick. It was the oddest combination to
Whatever
work for.
works.
By the
They
way,
met at
don't ever do
Woodstock.
that again.
What is that? What, when I did this?
Yeah, don't do that.
He's been practicing for the winery. He wants to get out there with the
He
chicks.
says he can dance, but he won't show me.
I think you just saw a sample.
I don't want to allure you with the Kavorka, but
Ed is like Phil Collins. I can't dance. I can't sing.
right. So yeah, he brought in all this stuff. The shoe. Now when he gave me the magnetic ones, it wasn't. You can buy, and I saw them there, like a shoe pad, but it had it laid in there. These weren't like that. These actual had Chucky. It had little.
Rare earth magnets or something?
Yeah, add magnets every like so many centimeters, and you cut to fit your shoe. They came in one size, and you
Oh,
cut
right
them to
on,
fit your shoe.
yeah.
You took your insole out, you put it on there, you traced it, you cut it, you put it in your insoles. I had them in my shoes for years. They were great.
Oh no, not these. No, I got planner's warts. I got something. It was on the.
You
It was
don't
in between. I
Planner's
got
warts from magnets.
I got something from.
So-
there was a little
Yeah.
wart on the bottom of my foot.
No, that's
You
from.
still have to wash things.
Chucky and Wayne can attest to this. When you wear work boots for 10, 12 hours a day,
a virus.
and you're walking around in them, your
Yeah.
knees hurt
Yeah.
like a bitch.
Right.
because
Dude, I
they're
could
just-
barely walk after
Right.
work.
Yeah.
After I put these things in my shoes, I felt nothing.
Yeah.
It was fucking phenomenal.
Some of this
I don't
stuff is
know
crazy.
how it worked or if it really did or it was mental, but it worked for me. So I used them for almost a decade. Seriously.
Wouldn't you have them in everything you ever wore then? I'd have
They were too expensive. They were like $100 a pair.
For the insoles?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
the guy bought it. It was, but this is. They even had, dude. He was part of that company. They had a thing because that was. So I got recruited in '99. So say it was 2000. Year
Yeah.
2000, right around then.
Yeah, that's right.
So this guy brought in because gas prices were going crazy and stuff back then. He even brought in this thing
Magnetic pasties
That you-
they stick on your nipples.
that you
Go ahead, push them down.
that you
I
put
dare you.
around the gas. Like when you fill your tank, you're supposed to put this around it, and it would align the molecules. You're doing the look. What is it?
Yeah.
He'll tell you that it probably works. You put it on
So
there.
you're saying gas is magnetic?
No, but the particles inside. So what he's talking about is they had different size pipe
know what I'm talking
fittings.
about.
Yes, because you put them on your gas tank pipe, you put them on your water lines into your house, and it would soften the water and get all the shit out of it. Granted, it would stay in your pipes,
Right.
right.
but it would take all the particles that were damaging to your car or to your
Isn't that
faucet.
what water filters are for?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically. But you can't filter your gas.
No.
Right. No. Yeah. Right. That's what we bought these things for all our trucks, delivery trucks, so that when they fill, and it supposedly got better gas mileage. And I'll be willing to bet this stuff is making a comeback because gas prices are getting a little crazy. You know what I
They're
mean?
coming back down. They're
Well,
not terrible now.
only for election season. Then it'll go
Yeah, then it'll
crazy.
shoot right
Thank
back
you.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it'll go crazy after that. But I got this because I saw the copper, and I was going to ask if you guys ever used. Okay, you said you did use the copper gloves, or was that a joke?
That was a joke.
Okay,
What did I say
I
about it?
it's
I don't
so
even
hard to
remember.
tell with you. That's you
Becky said she used them.
I've had
Yeah.
the wrist,
Did
the
they?
hands, the
Okay,
knee.
does it work? Do you think it works?
It did
like if
jack
you,
squat.
really.
That's what I think about them.
Right. Some people have
you know.
copper bracelets. Like
Right.
they have a
Are
copper.
they? Is that bracelet you're wearing right now copper? Oh no, those are Cocoa Puffs.
the petrified Cocoa Puffs. Yeah, no, that's petrified wood. It's
There's
supposed to-
copper and pennies, and they don't work.
No, do you know what? That's not true
Ever.
either. Do you
If
know
I
what?
walk around with
Well, they used to.
They take copper. This is an old wives' tale. You take copper pennies.
and
if
see
you-
how many you can fit in your butthole. You'll feel like $1 million or a piggy bank.
keep inserting, keep saving, keep
If you can fit
saving.
$1 million in your anus.
right. No,
That's impressive.
If you have a headache, in old wives' tales, you take a copper penny. Like if you have a headache here, you put the penny near
Yeah.
the headache. I think all it did was distract you.
Yeah,
You know,
Because
Everybody
you're
make-
trying to balance a penny on your head.
Or all the people making fun of you distracts you.
No, wait a minute. You never did dumb shit like that. Do you know what? How about when we were dumb? Do you remember taking the quarters?
yeah, you're not
I
trying
just
to cure
thought
a
of that.
headache.
I want to show the kids how to do that.
Get
Yeah,
rid of your
put
headache.
it-
Why don't you put pennies on your elbow?
there you go.
I should. God damn it. That's why I need to call Chuck. I'm
could
putting Chuck MD on
Slip some
speed.
pennies
Yeah,
under
slip them under the
your
knee brace.
Your hosiery.
The old,
My
the old
hope-
Highlights magazine, way back when I was little.
yeah.
They
With
had
the
a
timber
story-
toes?
Yes, they had a story called Ben Can Do 10. And he had 10 pennies.
Oh,
Oh, is
And
that
was
what
a
was
story called.
inserted?
Yeah,
That's
we
what
used
it
to
was
do that.
called.
We
It was
used to
called
do
Ben
big
Can Do
stacks of
10.
them.
I was
Ben
like,
could do
and
that.
I
I
always
saw that
remembered that.
porn.
I was gonna say
I
now.
remember that. Yeah, Ben can do 10 inches.
Real quick, since we're talking off the wall stuff, you said to mention 3 things to you, so I'm going to hit you
yeah. I don't know if I remember them all.
with Woober, Taco Mike sweatshirt, and drug testing.
Oh,
We don't
Well,
want to talk about Taco Mike. He'll get upset.
no.
Yeah,
The
really.
Uber was just some dumb idea about because we have these buggies at work. Those you see them everywhere.
The Cushmans.
And it's like, it's so not because the building is so huge.
Yeah.
It's going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
the future for
Like a
assembly.
million for square feet or something.
And we have these buggies, and if our foreman doesn't show up, take us to lunch. It takes you 10 minutes, whatever. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but
Yeah.
it's a long walk.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and they're everywhere. And wouldn't it be neat if they had a service where each crew has
Like an Uber
a
driver?
work Uber, yeah. And you show up and you charge the contractor your fee for being there for the day, and he's got like 6 vehicles, and can, just bring the guys back and forth to work. You forget you got to go to the tool crib or whatever. It was just a dumb idea.
Till it's in a salt mine.
But it would really work because
I
I
think
tell
it's a
you what,
great idea.
you get into that and ride, and when it's freezing cold all the way to it's kind of nice having a guy there. You have a break instead of walking.
So
the
Wayne,
whole way, yeah.
that's a great idea because when I was working as at an engineering company, I was a draftsman, and we went down and inspected the steel mill, pickle lines, all that shit. They had a crew that was designated that had golf carts.
Right.
To drive you around because it's a huge facility.
Sure. I mean,
I was like, well, I need to go back over a mile and
Right.
a half that way, and instead of walking the mile and a half to
Well,
get your tools,
him
they
and
jump in the
Work-
cart, they take
A
you
work
down.
Uber. There you go.
Yeah, but
And you don't have to do the maintenance on the vehicles.
Right.
Everything's upkept. The guy isn't some crazy driver because every once in a while we get a guy that's like does not really care about where they're driving or how fast and
Or
you're
what
just like,
they're driving.
oh yeah. Well, there's cables running like neck high that you could just like Jane Mansfield.
you guys are
know?
dodging them.
Oh yeah,
laying down.
and that is a rumor. Jane Mansfield wasn't decapitated, but they found her wig laying on the side of the road, and it became an urban legend that she was decapitated.
Yeah, I
she
thought
wasn't.
she was
She
decapitated.
just horribly crushed or something.
She was scalped.
Yeah.
That's all.
But that was the one thing. Then Samantha's son had a kid stay over.
Yeah.
And next day he left a sweatshirt, and so I was like, I'll fold the kids'
Sure,
clothes, whatever.
sure,
I'm
sure.
just watching TV. I have
Yeah.
no problem with that. So I'm folding all the clothes, put it away, and I get this sweatshirt, and I'm like, I shake it out, and it's a nice thick sweatshirt, and I looked at it. And
Mike.
sure enough, fucking Taco Mike sweatshirt for a kid. I was like, "Can I throw this out or what?" And she's like, "No, that's what's his name."
Were you trying to put it
I
on?
was like, oh, now I don't like him
"Is
at
this my
all.
size?"
Were you like totally crying trying to put it on? You son of a bitch!
It was very, very petite. But yeah, just pissed me off even more. It was made really well. Maybe back when he was more significant
Right.
and made food that you could taste.
The shirt that he got from it way back when, all peeled up.
Did it? The
All
one I
the-
got you?
Oh yeah, it's all
Oh yeah,
peeled
it's
up.
all peeled. It like actually,
All the-
like the letters are curling off.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
shitty.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Oh
At
yeah.
least you got one. You knew that was coming. I caught. But the only other thing was,
bad.
Drug
no,
testing.
I was just the one guy had to have a random whatever. So he goes up to the trailer, and the drug test ladies kind of, they pissed off you if you don't go in the morning. Like, I know you're here in the afternoon. I guess I got to do it.
Right,
It's like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
you don't. When you have time, you go.
Right.
And it's right on site. But I was like, because I joked with her the first time, and because she walks you outside to a porta potty, and she gives you a cup, and then you go in there alone. You could, and she's like, when you're done, just set it up here, like on this sink in there, and it's like.
Someone uses
Talk about
mouthwash.
contaminating.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't
Right.
wash my hands to go in there. I
Right.
touched the walls or locked the door. I mean,
Sure.
It could easily, somehow maybe
Right.
contaminate the
Right.
thing. So I joked with her. I was like, yeah, that's probably really clean. I was like, am I supposed to poop in this? And she's like, oh, no. I was like, I'm just kidding.
A big log.
So
that
one
you-
guy went and had his test done, and I said, did you poop in the cup? And he's like, oh, I didn't know we were supposed to do that. I was like, well, you should have given her like a 50-50. Like an
Arnold Palmer?
Exactly. Look, I have it written right there. You could give her an Arnold Palmer, just
Write
like
that down.
brown and yellow, just kind of tea and lemonade mixed.
I made the mistake.
She would've
Shake
loved
it.
Yeah,
Years-
right.
Put the lid on and shake.
Oh, yeah.
I almost when before you got here, I just was telling him. I started to tell the story, and I said, "No, I got to wait till the drug test." When he had the same place he got his drug test, I went for the auto place when they
Yeah.
were open in Lorraine.
Yeah.
When they were open, they had the building over there when that facility was still running. And I was dating this one girl. This is where the story was that
Okay.
I didn't.
When
I
you
was
found out you had crabs?
no. That was a different girl.
Different girl. Sorry.
They were all floating around in his urine sample.
Ew.
They had little rafts.
In the backstroke.
Doing
Water wings on their 15 legs.
Right. No, I did want to say this. I feel bad for those girls that do the
Drug test. Did you pee all over the cup and then hand it to her?
No.
Here you go.
What happened was we were young. I
You're
was
wearing
still-
gloves. What's the big deal?
Did you pee all over them and hand it to them?
It's just urine.
Can you imagine?
You're in sterile, so
They're like, you didn't have to top it off, sir.
Yeah, you don't have to pee on that label.
Like when you're trying to top off your gas tank?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I was dating this girl that I told him the name of the girl before you got here. That she was a very like we were young, we were enthusiastic. And, and I knew that I was going to do this drug test in the morning. I didn't think anything. I was new to it. I didn't understand. All right. So because this was the
Yeah,
first.
it's very confusing pee and cup.
Well, this was the first time I've had a drug test.
I already know where this is going.
Yeah.
What you do?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't help it, but I'll say it. What happened is
You got a boner?
the night before we had relations. All right, the girl and I did.
Together?
Yeah. So do you have the
He had the split pea soup.
yeah, like
The
Jim
snake,
Carrey,
the snake tongue?
Yeah. You missed the cup.
Twice.
Shut to, yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
Hit the mirror.
It looked like one of those fountains at the old Midway Mall.
He hit everything but the cup.
Is that me, myself, and Irene?
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
He
Is,
pulls the picture off the wall.
why am I peeing like I had sex
sex
last
last
night? Yeah.
That's exactly. Well,
Did we
I
have
didn't-
sex last night?
I didn't have it. Didn't go all over. I was able because they didn't at that time. If you remember, at least to me, they didn't hover like over
No,
you.
they gave you the cup, shut the door, let you
Yeah.
do your thing. And,
Yeah. It was
And
in
then
that
you,
trailer. It was,
yeah, then you
that's
put the
it.
lid on it and set it on the counter.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, I went in there, and I must have still had some
Residuals.
Yeah.
hitchhikers. Yes, I must have had some hitchhikers. Not these hitchhikers, like he's saying, but I had.
Oh, some poop.
As long as you didn't hand her a cup of egg drop soup, did you? That would have been terrible.
Look, sea monkeys. What do you feed these things?
Yeah. So what?
I gave her, and because when I handed it to her, I was like, you're embarrassed because again, I didn't know. I was very anxious,
I
and
don't think this is a common thing.
Yeah, keep going
I
with the
went
story.
and there was residue in there, and she looked at it. And,
Was
and
it
she
milky?
Yeah, it was a little. There was leftovers.
What?
Gotcha.
Didn't you shower and pee before you went to the drug test?
No.
Did you do anything?
You just got up and went
You went
into
to the drug test?
Yeah.
I just went because we were up all night, and I didn't know. And
He
I was
pulls out his glazed donut and tries to pee.
his pubes
a
look like
crawler.
something in a display at a donut shop.
Yeah.
Is that a snowball?
I did.
weird.
Here's the thing: is I didn't because it was like my first real drug test. I didn't want to go because I thought, well, I want to make sure I give them a good
110%.
a good pee sample.
I want to show them how good of a worker I am.
I want to see how yellow I can get it. I'm not going to
I
drink
just
any
don't
water.
understand.
I didn't-
Even if you had sex at like midnight or
Oh,
1,
there was. It was in.
still
wouldn't
didn't
you
pee?
like anything?
No, it was
Like-
there. It was. We were up all night, and
But I still have to say that, and I've had sex a couple times.
Twice.
Well, at least
that
once we know of.
Even like stand up and go to the bathroom after when you don't have to
Oh, you should.
lean forward to where you're almost trying to break it off. You
you're
know?
doing the
He had his
With-
magnetic
yeah.
shoes on.
If it-
Go
yeah.
ahead, push it down.
I don't remember like extra.
yeah.
No.
Yeah,
know?
there is.
How
Yeah.
much?
Not. It was enough that I could see something in there, and I was like, oh,
See, I'm.
You sure
yeah,
it wasn't foam?
I think it was.
This foamy
Seafoam
pee.
pee.
Yes, people have foamy pee. Sometimes depending on what
Yeah.
you
What,
drink,
like
you get
seafoam
foamy
pee?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's
drink
foamy.
enough.
You get,
But I don't
You
think it
think?
was actual like semen or
yeah, it'd be
even.
all dried up by then.
Can you imagine? I don't dried up. What do you mean dried up?
If you had anything left stuck, it's going to be.
Well, no, he means it was still in the chute.
Yes,
Like,
it was.
That's
in
what I'm
the-
saying. It
was
would
in
be
the
dried
muzzle.
up.
That would be dried up, but
No.
It would have been like a mucus plug. Oh, that was hard to say. Oh,
By the
I
time he
know-
left, he was dilated 8 centimeters.
was it like sitting in the cup like a steer stick?
people are
Tiny
people
little
are,
mushroom,
People
half
are
see-through-
eating at lunch and
Half
their
see-through
break.
mushroom.
Oh my
Yeah, I don't know about
Yeah.
all that.
I did want. I wrote as a subject on there that we recently. I took my mom to Wellington, and as a precursor because we were talking about.
Oh, you were
going
talking
to-
about taking her to a casino, but you wanted to go a shorter distance to see how she'd last. Because her
Right.
stamina, she's 93.
No, she's up there. She's 80,
Yeah.
87.
I was close.
87.
You're close.
Do you got
yeah.
a wheelchair for her?
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen old
Yeah.
ladies at a
Take it-
casino?
take it to
She'll
the
be fine.
casino.
It would have been a shorter run going to a casino in Cleveland. It's
Like-
closer than where you took her.
You
Look.
think?
Yeah.
Look, I'm
Yes.
telling you, I go to the casinos, and every time I notice the 400 old ladies that look like they're dead at the machine, just
Oh yeah.
Well, this
she'd
was
have been fine. She'd have been fine.
she was having confusion because the machine. I don't know. I was going to ask you. He said what's the one you recommended down Northville?
Yeah, because there's no stairs.
Right. Right.
Oh, that's a
true.
good point.
yeah, that's what he recommended going to
The
Northville.
Roxino, whatever it is.
Go to that
Yeah.
one, and I said okay. I said,
MGM,
well,
whatever.
I need to go down there for something, so I said, hey, let's go down there. You get a precursor, you can play on some of the machines, check out because this will be newer.
Because they're different machines than when the
Right.
last time she was there.
Right.
Right, that was the new right, and so
Well, they switch them out a lot.
Yeah.
No, I meant just new style because she's probably used to
oh.
the.
She's probably used to
wheel.
just
She's used to the one-armed
wheel-
bandit.
Just a wheel. You put
Yeah.
money on a number and they spin the wheel.
February.
Big wheel.
right. It was,
Big six or whatever.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Guess which hand?
Button, who's got the
It's
button?
like Chevy Chase
Yeah.
in that
Vegas
Vegas
Vacation.
vacation.
so we went, and she was very. She had that philosophy. I'm not a big gambler. All right, so
Yeah.
especially slot machines that I'm used to. The old they would have
3 wheels.
Well, no,
wheels.
no.
You put in 25 cents up to $1.25.
Well, not only that, the machines that like it was all like say the Addams Family, and then you go to a whole series of other the Wheel of Fortune machines.
Yeah.
This wasn't like that. This was one machine that
With multiple.
you could change
Yeah.
the machine.
So you took her to Wellington Resort and Casino? Is that what you're saying?
Look at him
Connected
laughing.
to Splash Zone.
Well, that's a mud bog.
Take her up
Oh.
to
Here in Wellington.
Take her up to the Eagles.
That's where we
Yeah,
went.
and they have those
That's where we
machines
went.
that are like regular.
That's where we went.
Why
to
didn't you
Eagles.
just go to the Amherst one then?
Yeah,
It's
there's
5
one
minutes
right
from your
there.
house.
You want to get lottery tickets too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to get lottery tickets.
Mom, on the way back, we'll hit the Wellington Eagles.
Yeah.
Meet a girl.
So we did get lottery tickets. So,
Which
so,
can I say something? You guys were talking about this being rural.
Yeah.
That he doesn't like to say
can't
it
say
last
that,
week.
yeah.
You guys are not fucking rural. You are not rural.
No.
Do you have a farm next door?
5 houses down.
Okay. I drove by it and didn't see it. You're not rural. I
I
grew up in rural Pennsylvania. There was a farm, a farm, a farm, a farm,
Oh, yeah.
another farm, and then 30 miles down the road was the first
Was the
grocery
house?
store.
Yeah, we're-
That's rural.
We're suburbs, not
Yeah,
rural.
you're suburbs now.
well,
You,
And
you
then
might
there's,
have
then there's the Pittsburgh Stadium.
right. You guys might have been at one time rural. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which let me say, I do like downtown Amherst.
do you? Yeah.
Do you now?
I do.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I know you were kind of sketchy on it. You're like,
Yeah.
it's
It grows on you.
so it reminds me of, like I said, it reminds me of where I grew up and what it turned into.
Really? Yeah.
Because it's
Okay.
you were rural,
Yeah.
where you had all these
Right.
farms and stuff.
Well, you're from
now
Parma?
I live in Parma. I'm
okay.
from Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I grew up there, so it's to the point where you guys are way past where I grew up is.
Really?
They're getting there, but you guys are. Oh no, we're a suburb now.
That's how Amherst used it.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the first thing starting to make it a place to go.
grow.
Even
Yeah.
Right.
you know, they
Yeah.
always had a couple decent bars, but there's
Yeah.
some decent restaurants
Right.
and
Yeah.
places.
Oh, yeah.
And you can go park your car and go to 12 different places.
Right, right.
Which is I like
including the
I like-
bowling alley.
Yeah.
I like
Walking
that,
distance.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
Walk-
do that in a rural place. You park your car and walk 16 miles to the closest bar.
And Ziggy's is gonna have the
Duck bowling?
duck pin
Yeah,
bowling,
duck pin,
which would
yeah.
be awesome.
Which I don't.
I hope he gets like some pinball machines too.
I
he's
don't
gonna have
quite
all kinds of
understand.
stuff.
Is duck pin where it has the smaller ball?
Yeah,
and,
it's
smaller.
Are
Smaller
they
ball and
attached-
wider pins.
And the pins
you
are
get-
on strings, and
No,
they're
no.
really cool. They re-rack,
That's
and there's
that's candle pin. Candle pin's on strings.
Okay.
Duck pin is not.
Right.
And you get a smaller ball, and you get 3 balls instead
Three?
of 2.
Yeah, you do
Look
get
at,
3.
Yeah.
look at Chuck.
Testes,
like-
testes.
1, 2,
I don't know which
Three.
ones he's exactly getting then.
Sorry, I didn't
So
mean
thought
to-
it was the same
that's all right.
ones.
Didn't mean to
Yeah, that's what I
derail the
thought, too.
conversation.
No,
but
I didn't
yeah.
know what the.
But candlepin's fun too. But
Aren't
it's
they
just,
like the pins are like yay high, but they're
right.
little
That's what I was
narrow.
going to ask.
They're not shaped like a regular
so
pin,
duck
right?
pin is wider at the base. Candlepin is almost a cylinder,
right.
But they're on strings, so whenever you hit them, they pull the ones you hit up on the string, and when they reset, they just drop them back down. Duck pin works exactly like a regular bowling machine, but the pins are wider. So they're
I
not
thought he had
connected.
the string ones. So,
So he
I don't
might
know.
be getting candle pins.
because
it's still
it's the
fun.
ones we played at the bit or whatever it is in
8-bit, yeah,
Cleveland,
that's-
across
yeah.
from the
that's what I
town
was-
hall.
They call that duck pin there, though.
Yeah, they call that duck pin. So
well-
he's getting that with the strings.
Right on
where
that.
it's kind of cool.
It's still-
especially when they get tangled and you go, "Ooh, it didn't get. Oh, got it." Because they get.
They get all knotted and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
'Cause
But it's fun regardless. That'll be a great. When
yeah.
they expand, it's going to be a whole new.
So it's not quite like the balls aren't the size of skeet balls. They're maybe a little bigger.
Skeet. It's ski.
Well, no,
They almost look like
it's not
those
a
marble.
Polish thing.
They're almost like stones. They're
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
It's not
Shoot
skeet.
Skeet.
You sure it's
You
not
said
skeet?
It's ski
It's
ball,
ski
not
ball.
skeet
Ski,
ball.
ski, ski,
It's not ski,
No.
ski, ski.
SKEE.
ski. Are you sure?
Positive.
Who let him in here?
Pornographic.
You know what? I wanted to kick him off the
I
show,
didn't-
but he kind of owns the place.
I didn't ask that.
Isn't skeet like poop? Is that
No, it's
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Coat fell.
Oh,
My
it's my
coat.
shirt. It's my shirt. No big deal.
all right, anyway. What were you saying before I derailed the conversation?
I went down there. And she was very, it's very confusing. I went to the.
Did she enjoy it, though?
Yeah, she did, but it kind of.
Took her money too quick.
No, we won. It was weird. We won like 50,
nice.
$75. You
You
know,
said, get a car, Mom. We're out of here.
It's like we're up. Let's go.
She was still under the idea like the old where you'd have a series of those machines because every time she'd do like 3 or 4 spins and go, okay, I'm done, cash out, and then to have a ticket and go, okay, well, let's go over to those machines. I go, those machines are these machines.
Right.
You
The
just
same-
change
right,
the thing.
screen.
Yeah.
And well, I was going to ask this now. Do you, when you go to the casino, are you a table game guy or are you a slot guy?
Like slots now. Yeah, primarily slots.
He
But
loves
if I'm
the
with
sloots.
a group of people, like I have a golf trip coming up, we'll do table games. Because one thing, I even said that because my shoulders and neck have been bothering me from work, but they have, when you're at a table game, they have a masseuse.
Oh, yes.
Wait a minute.
Usually
Wait
like a
minute.
Russian girl or a
Yeah.
Polish.
You're
or,
kidding.
Oh no, I'm not kidding.
They have those at the strip clubs,
and they have
too.
like a box they can stand at, and they get up behind you and they put lotion in their hands, and they will massage you per minute, charge you by the minute, and sometimes we'll get them for like 3 or 4 hours.
Stop.
Just
Call him
sit
from 1-900.
Oh, you just sit there. It's so relaxing.
60 cents a minute.
You play cards the whole time. It's great.
While she's rubbing out.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they make you
Oh,
forget
yeah.
you're playing cards, and you're like, I just
Right.
lost $8,000. I
Right.
don't care because this chick is just
No,
going
it's
at it.
just very
Ed
nice.
turns around. He's bending backwards.
Yeah,
It's like, where's the
it's
happy
great.
ending?
It feels so good. I mean, it's
Smoking. Indoors, I don't care. Yeah, I just didn't know. Now I know you're a slot guy, right?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
your primary
but
thing.
that would be primarily slot
yeah, but if you go to MGM, that is all it is there. But
which I
we do play roulette. I used to
play.
play blackjack all the time, and Pai Gow.
Pai Gow I love.
See,
Yeah.
but I always did anytime.
Craps.
Yeah, she plays
Yeah.
crap.
I never
That's
got
awesome.
that.
I don't understand crap. I've been to Vegas 40
They say
fucking
that's
times.
the best odds in the casino.
Yeah.
It's insane
So
though.
they say.
Do you?
Yeah,
it's-
until they meet
I-
us.
Okay, wait. Do you
I just
understand
know
the game
enough
first of all?
Very little enough
What do you mean? Then you love it though.
because I can.
You get to roll the dice. I mean, you get to
No,
touch them.
I'm not lucky with that.
Oh, no?
I know. I want
She
someone
chucks
else
it out. It
They're
goes
like,
out
here,
of the
you.
thing.
They give it to me. Roll it. I'm like, they're like, oh, we want her to roll it. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
Are you like cursed as soon as you touch
I'm a
it?
cooler.
Snake eyes.
She's like, no,
I'm
I
a
don't do that for
cooler.
free. I get sponsored.
Casinos should hire me when
Because you
a
do well.
table's too hot. No,
Oh, you're the
it's-
closer?
I'm a cooler.
She's the closer. She's the
The
cooler.
cooler, that's
I'm a
it.
cooler. Yeah.
Here's the thing: when you go, is if he's doing well, and you come over, does
Let
he
me tell you
instantly?
something.
Oh, no.
He's never doing well.
There we go.
Samantha's a cooler, too.
Honeymoon.
Oh,
Honeymoon.
That was
No
one
lie.
time.
Can you off the door just grab me a beer?
Yeah.
It's anything on the door.
We're on our honeymoon. Went to Vegas first time. We never been there. Who goes there for a week? They've never been there before. We did. A week. We didn't know.
Ran out of money the first day.
No, we came up with 85 cents though.
We had enough.
You're
we had enough
kidding.
to get a taco each from Taco Bell at the airport, and that was it.
That was it.
Literally.
And a week's a long time.
It's a
We
very
didn't
long
know.
time there.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he was playing some slot machine. I don't know what. I was playing on another one, and I can't remember if I won, lost, whatever. I got up.
And came by me.
I come over to him.
Wow.
And I'm like, "So how you doing?" And he lost.
Ready?
Oh,
He turns. He
Plane
looks at-
crash?
He turns, looks at me. He goes, "Get the fuck out of here! I was winning until you came home."
oh, really?
And I was
Happy honeymoon.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh."
Does that happen?
She's like,
often?
I was winning till I married you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, well,
I was gonna say, so that was the last time you had sex. Got it.
that was even before that. We didn't even get to consummate the marriage.
We either
Oh, sorry.
That was Ed's drug test.
we either sometimes play together now.
Yeah,
on the
we
same
play together
machine,
now,
just
yeah.
to make it last longer. We'll just there. You hit the button. I hit that. Back and forth. Or if we do play separate and one of us is doing good, one will walk away.
I don't mean to laugh at you.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
think
laughing
that's
at
a
his
good
drug
move.
test.
That is a good move.
That's smart.
Walk
And
away.
we played like together before, and if you win more than the bet, you push a button again. Like,
Oh, that's a
kinda
good
like-
spin on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were
otherwise-
just like, go ahead, push it. Nah, you go ahead, push it.
Right.
Wait
Yeah.
for the drink lady to come around.
Yeah.
But if we're playing separate, like he's somewhere and I'm here, and he starts walking over and he's like, "How you doing?" And I just go like this. He's like, "All right, I'm gone."
Yeah.
And same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that happened in Resorts World the last time we were there.
Or if I'll have a ticket, I'll be like, "Are you out of money? Here, take this and just
Yeah.
Go.
45 minutes or give me an hour."
See, the only thing I did when Pammy and I, my ex and I would go, is I would play because I don't know enough about the games. I don't know. I hated.
You got nothing but time on your hands to learn.
Don't play a game you don't know how to
Yeah.
play.
Well, here's the thing. I first sat down to play. Everybody says play blackjack because the odds are even. You know what I mean? And
If you know how to play the odds. You got to know what to
Right.
hit on, what to
Or
stand
just
on.
know,
what
yeah, I
to-
know the basic rules.
I knew the basic rules to play, but everybody in the world grows up in high school in their senior lounge plays some form of blackjack or something
Yeah,
like
but
that.
Right.
there's.
But there's nothing fancy to it. So I sat down and immediately some dude was telling me, "Why'd you hit on that? You should let
I was
it
going to
go."
tell you.
Oh, I hate those guys.
I do,
Especially
but
if you're at a low.
Yeah, they're like,
Right.
they're like, you messed up the whole tape.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're playing like say down at the old Sahara for $1 a hand,
Yeah.
and you
Or
got some
even-
guy yelling at you, you're like, listen, if you're so good, why are you
Yeah,
at this
or at a
dollar?
$5, $10
Yeah.
limit.
Those
Yeah,
are the guys
I mean-
that I hit or pass when I know they're fucked on the next card. It's like, oh, I'm close to blackjack. I could hit, like, you're at 17. You could hit to get blackjack or go over. I will hit just to fuck him.
See,
I don't care.
I didn't know enough of those rules. I was just learning, so it immediately turned me off to that.
Right.
And then they had other tables. Pai Gow was
Yeah.
cool because they were real cool
It's
with
slow.
you.
You can let the dealer, dealer's way. You can
And they'll even
house
help
way.
you. They'll help you.
I was going to say, yeah, and
That's
they
what I said,
teach
house
you
way.
while you're,
That's what they-
while
Yeah.
you're sitting
So
a lot
there.
of pushes and
Yeah.
hang out.
You could say, what would the house do? House way. And
Oh, I didn't know
they'll
what
play
that's
it
what
for
meant.
you.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that.
Once it's your turn, you don't just like, hey, I don't know what to do here. What do you want? What should I do? Wait for your turn,
Right.
And then they'll offer advice. Pai Gow especially, and
And-
it's a slow game.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You get
Yeah,
to hold
right.
your cards,
Right.
one deck,
Right.
There's no like 12 shoot, like
Yeah.
12 deck shoot.
Right. And yeah, so that or I decided, because you always see on TV, everybody says,
Learn a magic trick.
Good. You're laughing at yourself. No, is roulette.
Is this your card?
You know, roulette.
I love roulette.
I love
Yeah.
roulette, but that's just luck.
Always
Yeah.
bet on
It
black.
is.
I do,
16.
I don't,
17.
I don't know if
22.
it's
It's always 17.
yeah, I don't know if it's luck
my number.
or because you see the things about they have magnets that's
No, it's just luck.
Never know.
It's a ceramic ball.
I'll tell you what, though. Sometimes
Yeah,
I
Becky
see
got hit in
it.
the face with one.
Sometimes I see it.
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely like going in there and it just goes. "Ew."
See,
Like, wait a minute, that didn't look. But you can't see the spin. You can't see. There's certain
Because it
things.
spins in opposite directions.
Right.
They spin the wheel, but then they twist
the
the
ball.
ball in the opposite way,
Yeah.
plus it's spinning.
So when it hits,
There's a lot to it.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
It hits hard, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
well, that's the reason I like it because you just pick, and they normally it's $5 or $10
Right
if you
between
do
the eyes.
inside. You have to always
Yeah,
play.
right.
And it's 35-1, so
Yeah.
the odds are there. And what I liked about it was anytime you win, you can
Oh, you
see
get a bunch of stacks.
Yeah, you get to see how much you
Right.
have, and you can take it away, say color up, and I put that in my pocket and play just
Right.
this. Because
Yep.
I was going to ask now, I could see with my mom when she was doing it. It's real quick to win $20. You put in 10, she won $20, and cash out instantly to go right back to the machine.
Right.
And I was going to say, are you guys guilty
If
of?
I put 100 in,
Yeah.
and it gets to 200, I cash out and put another 100 in,
Right.
or 20s.
Yeah.
Because it always feels like if I have if I win or something, have like 500 on a ticket, and I
Right.
put it in there,
Right.
It's like it just
seems
eats
like it
it all
takes
away
forever.
down to like
Yep.
100, and then it starts giving me a little here and there. So I feel like
It knows.
if I start fresh,
I'll do like $20 at a time.
I don't know.
20
It
bucks
just
at a
seems
time,
like you
20 bucks.
put a lot in there, it almost burns it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me,
Well,
but
No, but you know what? You're like in your head. You're like, all right, I'm going to take it down to $50. You know what? Fuck this. What's $50?
oh yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Is it that? But now we had the option to lower the denominator over there. It wasn't
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
$100 spins or anything like that. It was $1.50 quarter.
Right.
Now, do you guys automatically max bet because that's the max payout?
I max bet on a lower denomination,
Well,
Yeah.
what does that mean? What
like 588.
Like
Yeah.
if he's,
Yeah,
if
but
he's
what is
playing pennies,
$5.88?
he'll do max bet at pennies.
Yeah.
That could be $5.
So you're playing a penny machine and max betting on the penny machine, is that right?
But
okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm hearing it.
But
right.
you could change it to 2 cents, 5 cents,
Yeah.
nickel,
$50, $1.
a
So
dollar.
your
Yeah,
max bet
Now
would
I
be
play
more.
one of the games I like Firelink,
yeah.
and
Love
Yeah.
link games.
if you bet a higher, it's certain things you bet. It doesn't give you
Right.
It doesn't give you all the lines.
That's why you have
Like-
to do the max bet
Right.
at whatever
Like if you bet
denomination you can
dollar
afford.
credit. There's like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If you bet 10, it's still just the dollar alone. It doesn't give you like a zigzag win. Whereas if you're on 10 cents
It
a
won't
credit,
bet every line.
yeah,
Right.
It won't give you every line, every combination. It's just different. I mean,
Yeah,
You
so
want more
there's-
money.
So
You
it's
want more
not a
money.
real.
Right.
So
The
your,
more money
your
you pay,
question
the better
isn't
chances.
So
if I max bet on the game I'm playing.
yeah.
If I did low denomination,
Yeah.
sure, but you could do $100 a spin.
That's crazy.
right.
I don't do it.
Right.
But I'm just saying it's like right there for you. And I've accidentally hit like 40.
If you-
Accidentally? Or
I
you
was
got
on
brave
dollar,
and
and I was so used to playing 60 credits times 10 cents,
Yeah.
$6.
Sure.
And then when I switched over, talked to somebody or whatever, got my beer settled,
Right.
and then went and just pushed it, it's $60.
on
Right.
one
It's like,
spin.
wait.
one spin.
And you spin
It's too
twice,
late.
and then you look at it won't let you spin a third time because you don't have enough. Like, what?
Right.
Well, wait.
First
I've
thing I
done that on
do
accident.
every time I sit down to a machine is I look at the
Right.
info and check the
You
lines.
have to.
What are your max bets?
That's what I was
Okay.
getting at.
yeah.
yeah, know your
You've
machine.
got to know what you're betting.
Do you
before
really
bet.
think that? Okay, here's a question because they said, according, this is again because he's giving me advice on how to help my mom because she really even that Wellington Eagles it tuckered
Well,
her out. She
they're
was
not-
really beat after
They're
that.
not regular slot machines either.
What are the other
They're-
ones?
they're
Are the
not-
new ones like that, or no? They're banks
At the
of the
Eagles?
same. No. At the casino, is it banks of the same machine?
No.
Yeah,
It's still you change to
There's like
whatever you want.
12 different games you could play
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah.
Well, the ones at the MGM, it's like Monsters, or you could go to over a different one. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Little
Vegas,
Shop of
you'll
Horrors,
you'll
Okay, I see.
find banks.
Right, because
or
that's
Neptune,
She
or
still has the
Game
mindset
of Thrones.
that-
And sometimes the bank will have a progressive that's just
Yes.
those machines.
Right.
Like Wheel of Fortune.
I love Wheel of
Now
Fortune.
they'll
Yeah.
have like a bank of like the same game, but different themes, but they're
Right.
all in the
Yeah.
same
Right,
bank.
One would be like
Basically,
Asian lanterns, Asian
Like
samurai.
Firelink's like
Yeah.
But they all,
Yeah.
but they all play the same way, just maybe
different symbols.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think the old adage where, like, I think, again, this was their mindset that we'll get off this machine, we'll go to a machine that someone hit on, maybe it's a loose machine.
No.
Do you think
There's
that,
two ways to look. You could either think they just hit, it's not going to hit again.
Right.
But
Or-
I tend to feel like once somebody hits and they walk, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
they keep
Sometimes
hitting,
it gets
hitting,
warm.
hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
we sat down at Harrah's
I
next
think
to this
that's better.
lady.
you think
and
that's real?
Yeah.
This lady was hitting and hitting and hitting. Remember that lady? She won like, I don't know how many thousands of dollars.
yeah.
And she was just talking to us like, blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
blah.
look, I won again.
And here we are.
Yeah.
We're like, here's another hundo.
Yeah.
Here's another
Nothing.
hundo.
Nothing.
And she got up, and you guys are like, whoop, slide to the left.
No,
I'm
somebody
telling
else
you.
did. So we walked
Oh.
away and we came back later and it didn't work out real well for us.
That's what
Yeah.
I just wanted. So you think machines do?
But yeah, if somebody hit and they left, I would definitely go.
Because
and
they're
try the
electronic,
Yeah, me too.
isn't it? Since it's electronic, it's
They still
all
have runs though.
Right.
They have,
Yeah.
like I said.
I almost
where-
feel like they have a quota, and if they don't meet, like if it's a big loser for so long,
Right.
and had so many people playing, then it finally starts hitting. It seems like it almost, it's numbers, a ratio,
depending.
the
And some-
percentages. If it's on a bad run, then it's got to make up for it.
Right.
I mean,
So then you're almost saying it's better to wait till later in the day because say the machine
they're open
has
24 hours.
Yeah,
They
there's
don't just
no-
like turn them
there's no
on at
later
7
in the
o'clock.
day.
Right.
Quarter to 9, turn them on.
Can I get a Bloody Mary over here, Margaret?
let
I'm
'em
turning
warm
on the
up.
machines.
It also depends on if you're playing a volatile machine.
what the
Some
hell
are-
does
some
that
are harder
mean?
to hit on.
Yeah,
Right.
they're harder to get even line hits on, but you tend to get a better payout
Wait,
if you
stop.
do.
What is a line hit? What does that mean? Just in a
Just
line?
one line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Whatever
your
the lines pay,
are.
like across the, you
Yeah.
have 3 dials, like
Diagonal,
that
this
one,
or
that one,
that,
that one.
That's
or
another
X,
thing
or-
too. Here, this is because she was saying that there's no stop button, and I go, stop button? What do you mean stop? Because I guess the machines you could, as they wrote, you could.
The old ones?
old-
Yeah.
The old ones, if you
I don't know.
if you pulled it again, you'd stop the wheels, right?
You can
know that.
stop them by
I
hitting
don't-
that
I
button.
don't-
The
to
new
stop it.
All right, so the new
I don't
ones.
think an arm
Hit the
one does
button.
that. I've
right,
never
the
seen
new
you-
ones you can stop it by hitting the button again or touching the screen. The
Listen,
touch
So,
screens.
let
what
me,
machine
can
are
I
you
put?
playing?
See?
I will dispel this rumor of touching the machine, rubbing it a certain way.
See?
Listen, this
That's
is
what I'm asking.
100% true. We have a friend that is a really big wig with MGM in Vegas. And he's got like 20,000 people under him.
Micah,
and he
yeah.
used to buy the machines. He used to get sent from, they'd give him 20 grand, go to this casino, try all their
Do I
slots
know
for
this guy?
research.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
We went to school with him.
Why don't I have this job?
He's
It
like
sounds-
way up. He's like really,
Is he?
really, oh yeah.
I
Can,
thought
you,
was
can you
like,
give him my resume?
He's like a director of all slots.
wasn't Al
MGM.
working
Like,
with him at one time?
but anyhow,
Yeah.
he was a teacher. out
Oh,
there.
I thought he worked in the
he's
casino.
He's
Sorry.
a teacher or gym. He's a principal and a girls basketball coach.
Oh, okay.
But this guy, he's like, listen. Once you push that button, you
Don't
could
touch it.
stand on your head. You could push it 100 times. It's already determined what's going to happen.
Yes.
You can't stop it. You can't change it. You can't do anything. You push the button. That's it. Done. It's
Right.
already done.
That was kind
Are
of
the
where I was
bonuses
going.
like that
He
too?
says guaranteed. What?
Are the
Right.
bonuses like that too?
I think so.
Like where you get to pick
I don't
your-
know about that.
So
You know,
so what he's saying is kind of where I was going.
I would
is-
say yes. You're due to hit. It's going to give you 10 picks till you hit the ultra
Right,
and boom.
right.
Yeah.
right, and
But-
you can hit the button to stop it, but it doesn't matter because it's going to stop where it was intended to stop.
Predetermined. It is
originally.
You were going
It
to
just-
win anyhow,
Right,
or
it-
you were going to lose it.
Right, it just makes it stop faster.
But people, you should see them.
Yes, right,
Getting up,
yes.
they're rubbing it, and
See?
they're, like their breasts on it, their butt, and
I've
they're
never
like,
seen that, but I'm.
I was like, you
I'm
were
like, just so
watching
you-
me.
Yeah, I'm like, just so you know. Or the one guy that the hard button hitter.
Oh.
Come on,
Yeah.
bum, 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 as hard as he can.
Like that makes a difference.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah. See, and there's even people that bring good luck charms.
dolls.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Just like a bingo.
But you know what? That is, you can't take that away from somebody because that's the fun.
Right.
However you want to do it. So I try, unless you're the real loud button pusher and you're cussing at the machine and effing this and
Yeah.
listen, if you can't handle losing, then you shouldn't,
Shouldn't
be
be
playing.
here.
Right.
But don't take that away. I love the people that get up in their like I'll hit a button. They're like, I didn't get it, and they're like, you should have waited. You gotta wait. Everyone's like, yeah, she's right. You need to wait and then push it. It's like, oh,
You're like, how long? Do it's a countdown? 10 seconds? 5?
Right.
What
am I doing?
right.
So there is no magic.
No.
To the, it's just this. That's the new machines, though. From what you're saying.
I think
Any machine.
Well, any electronic
Right.
machine is completely random.
Do you think here's the other thing too? See, to me, I really enjoyed going and playing roulette, not even for the game. I knew I wasn't going to win 90.
You thought you were classy?
No, what is that?
Plays baccarat.
He's got the cigarette with the wooden holder.
Chicken.
Onyx one.
Yeah.
I'd lick the
His powder blue tux.
Don't do that again either.
Yeah, this just.
I'll have a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
My powder. No, it was great because you could go. It was the experience of sitting with people because it was
Yeah.
a million
I think that's
people
part of it.
would
Yeah.
sit and you could talk to them. Some people didn't like to talk for whatever
Right.
reason.
They were concentrating.
Well, there
Yeah.
are people that are just mean.
Yeah.
They're
I talked to
downright-
this Asian lady for 3 hours once.
right. Yeah.
And when she
didn't even
left,
speak English.
The dealer said, she doesn't speak English.
Oh my God, I was just kidding.
I'm exaggerating
Yeah.
for how long, but she was like, or like pointing to me and doing this. Or I thought she was just quiet.
Right. She just didn't understand what
She
you were
was
doing.
completely,
See, I didn't. The one game that always intimidated me was the one that I literally have never ever played craps. Is that what it's called?
Oh, I thought you were going to say work.
Yeah. you almost feel like you got to know what you're doing.
Here you go.
People look at you,
First, craps.
I just know,
it made
bet
no
on the
sense
pass,
to me.
don't pass
Right.
line.
Yeah, no, you
Hopefully the
can.
number
can-
comes up.
you
Bet
can
on
play
your basic
simple.
number. Yeah, I play very simple.
Everybody around you can bet as
Crazy as they
intricately and
want.
crazy on you as they want.
Never bet on 7.
Is that
That's what I learned. That's taboo. Do not bet on 7. Yeah, because that's craps.
Oh,
You're
I
not
thought
supposed
Snake
to bet.
Eyes is crap.
Well,
Snake
No,
Eyes is
Snake Eyes
also
is Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes is Snake Eyes.
well, no, you could bet 7 or 11.
7-11
when you
is
come
craps.
out.
On the horn
That's
or
a
whatever, yeah.
good bet. I mean,
But
Isn't that
it's
the horn?
But they say it's taboo because then you're
it's not their money, so they can go
right.
fuck
That's it.
themselves.
So first time
That's what I say.
First time I played, I was trying to learn the croupier was very helpful,
Yeah.
and I was learning.
What'd you
what
call
was
him?
it? Croupier. They're the
stick
person-
man?
Yeah.
The stick man.
I didn't
man.
even know that.
Neither did I.
There's 3. There's the croupier is the person that runs the table. The stick man pulls the bets and the
Yeah.
dice. And there's the other guy that handles the money. He does all the
And they're all watching each
figures
other.
that right.
Right.
So the first time I was
believe they're
there, the
watching
croupier was
everything.
very
It's good
helpful.
to see how they work together too.
Right,
They got
it's
a good
amazing.
group,
They're like,
fun,
like
and
this
they-
guy's doing this guy's throwing
and
money
they can
everywhere,
help
and you're
you.
like, holy
yeah,
shit.
8 hard way.
And they're telling
and,
you like,
know,
oh wait, you can't put your money there. It needs to be on this dot for that.
Right.
Blah blah blah. What are you trying to bet? And they help you out. They're great.
That's nice.
This whale comes up and stands next
Oh.
to me, and I'm like, who's
Your-
this guy? Because he's like seems to know everything about
your
the game.
tutorial ended.
Right. No, my tutorial just started. He
Oh,
goes,
no.
because he saw me and he goes, just follow my bets.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, you
as
get
we're
someone
going-
that knows what they're doing.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
can do that, and you got
Yeah.
the money to start.
And he's
Sorry,
like,
I don't
That's a
have
good
the
day.
10,000 to match
Right.
that. I can't match your ante.
No, right. He was betting thousands. I was betting like $1, but he's like, here, you got to bet
Right.
this. He's like, I see
Right.
what you're doing. Bet the world, bet the hard way, bet whatever.
right,
He's
right.
like, because I understand what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
If you do-
win.
And then- right, exactly. He's like, if you do this, you get this, and these are the odds, and blah blah. blah.
Oh, that's
I'm like,
pretty cool.
And it's going over my head, but I'm like, okay, let me see. I won $350
Yeah.
in like an hour.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm out. I was like, fucking see
He
ya.
changed his name to Mr.
Papa Giorgio. Jeffrey Papa Giorgio.
Look, I won another Lamborghini.
But this guy was on. I'm sure this guy walked out of there with enough money to just live for the rest of the year. Like
Sure.
he was on it. He knew what he was doing.
oh.
But he was really nice and helpful, and it was amazing because a lot of people, like you said, they're just like, whatever. I don't want to
Yeah,
talk to you.
that's the big turnoff.
right.
Like, I won't go to a full table, then I'm intimidated.
Right.
Because I go so long
Yeah.
without
Right.
playing
You feel
that I'm
like
like,
an
okay, what do
idiot.
I do again? And then it kind of, so if it's just one or two other, maybe.
right.
But I haven't played for a while because I get intimidated.
And they're all screaming. Everybody's yelling.
Right.
I'll bet
But it's
it.
fun,
And, you know,
but it's
and next
fun.
thing you know, they go payout.
Yeah.
What? What just happened?
And you need to start like outside in the around the corner in the alley
Basic
with a
kids.
shoebox and a kid.
Well, they have.
just
He's
sitting there.
playing 3-card monty.
Hey, mister.
The basic is at the beginning,
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
you are either going to bet that you're going to say 7's going to come up or 7's
not.
not going to come up.
Right, 7 or 11.
So say,
Pass or don't pass.
Say
Yeah.
6 comes up.
yeah,
Okay. Everything's good as long as you don't get 7.
right.
Because
That's
there was
crap
times
out.
that they leave the
You
money
crap
on the
out.
table.
Yeah.
half the
Right.
time.
That's
Yeah.
because
You try to
say
hit your
say
mark,
you roll a
your
6.
pass.
That's the point number.
Right.
Right.
Now,
That's your mark
if
or
6
whatever.
comes up, and depending on where you have your money, everybody wins. But
Right.
you can still bet on, 7 or not,
Yeah.
like 8, 9, 10, whatever. And if those come up, you win too. But the
Right.
point number is the big number. Now,
Right.
say someone rolls a 6. Hey, the point number, everybody wins. bets all leave the table.
Right.
Then
you get
you
your
start
payout.
again,
Yeah.
whether you're going to be betting on
Right.
7 or whatever to
And
come
it-
up or don't come up.
Right.
And if, like she says, if
And then you add
if
more money to it.
you don't, your first roll, you don't roll a 7 or 11, you don't win, but you establish your mark, which is
Right.
6, let's say. Now people can bet like 6 hard way, which is
Right.
2
Two
threes.
threes.
You bet that, or give me all the hard ways,
Or a
like
5
2
and a-
4s,
right.
2 3s, 2 2s.
But that
It's-
lasts for only one.
and they pay
round on that.
different ratios, everything, and
Right.
it's fun. I did get into it a little bit, and it was fun.
I think it sounds
until
crazy.
I
But
did
that's
bad.
about the most. And I know to bet an extra buck if it's on a 6 or an 8.
Right.
Don't know why.
Right.
But they explained it to me, but numbers go over my head. I have
Yeah,
no business.
when they
gambling,
help
actually.
you, when they're helpful, it
But-
can be really fun.
And that,
'Cause
that's
you get
about
rolling
all I
the
know.
dice, like
Right.
you get to touch them.
I'm with Beck though. I don't throw the dice because when I was on that table, my first 2 rolls went off the
off
table.
the table. I was just saying that.
That's
Yeah.
a huge faux pas. They
Like I
do
threw
not
it
like
and
they
that.
don't
jumped,
like
and I was
that.
like, "Oh,
Oh,
shit!" He's
no.
like, "Maybe a little softer," so I threw a little softer, and it didn't hit
Didn't
the
hit
wall.
that, yeah.
It didn't count, and I was like, "Fuck!" So the third time, I'm like,
You gotta
"Please
go
stay on the
this
table.
way."
Please stay on the table."
Oh, yeah.
And it bounced high. One went off. One stayed on. I was like,
Yeah, I've had
"Just
that
give it to
happen.
someone else." They're
Yeah.
like, "No, you're the
You
the
get the
roller
stink
now.
eye.
The guy
you
with
stay
the-
on until you roll something.
Yeah.
You can't pass."
Then you get all
really?
nervous.
Oh, yeah.
That
You're like,
guy with the
"Fuck."
stick spanked him.
And I liked
Knuckle
it.
wrap.
Yeah, right across the legs and the back.
They caned him.
Caned me, bent me over, pulled my pants down. It was good times.
Wait a minute. Where was this table at?
It was Jack Casino.
And I know that as a last real quick.
No, it was
some-
just Jack.
Me off.
I know it's near the end. There's 2 we can hit real quick because I know I don't want to go too far over
I
because
gotta
you got to go.
Those- yeah, I-
you
I
good?
gotta
You good to go another one or no? You
Yeah, let's
good?
do one more.
Okay.
One more.
We can talk about Fat Tuesday stuff because that's the pushki that I was just eating. Is that what it's called?
Punchki.
Poochki?
Punchki with an N. Punchki.
But there's no N in it.
It's P-A-C-Z-K-I.
K-I.
Polish, right?
Polish.
Yeah.
It's all right. To me, it's too heavy. And it got
It's
stale.
a dense
I'm not a
Well, how
fan.
old is it?
I got it
6
today.
weeks.
Yeah, but they're not like
got the day
they,
old.
they never taste like fresh, like a
Right.
soft
Right.
donut. They do have a little more of a
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
A little more bread-like.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not a fan.
I'll eat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Didn't know they came with those.
I do enjoy king cake, though.
Ooh, if you get the baby, it's even better.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you.
What is
This
Baby.
it's not this week. It's next week. Is
Next
you're
Tuesday.
I think
Yeah.
Fat Tuesday's next week. The
So-
13th. The
Which-
13th is
So
Fat
by the good
Tuesday.
time you guys hear this, it'll be past.
No,
no,
it should be release day of. Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah,
the release.
okay.
If not, if I can
Close.
get everything done, I'll have it done over the weekend. If not, it'll be
Yeah.
that day.
So the king cake is a great tradition.
I was gonna. Yeah. What exactly is
King
that?
cake is a cake that's baked in a ring, like a.
Is it a fruit cake?
streusel.
No,
it's
it's
just
a cake.
It's just
different
a cake.
color though. It's
Right.
the
Let
red,
'em-
yellow, green, like Mardi Gras.
Let
Right.
him tell you.
And inside is a
You mean
cherub
purple?
that they put into it.
Yeah.
A cherry?
A cherub.
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 It's a little
baby.
plastic figurine.
Right,
Okay,
little plastic
yeah.
figurine. And if you get the piece with the cherub, then you are the king of the next year's parade.
Oh.
Or if you're just a schlep and you buy one at a store, you're supposed to have good luck.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That,
But that's the tradition. Is they used to have they'd have the whole town come in, like New Orleans. They'd come
Right.
in and they'd all take a piece of the cake to find out who was going to be the king in the parade for the next year. That's why it's
Oh.
called a king cake.
see, of all the places on the planet, I've been all throughout the United States for certain events.
County-wide.
Tell you what,
He
he's
did
been
a
as
tour
far
of
as
Ohio.
Amherst,
Rural.
Wellington, rural.
Tour of lottery.
Stores.
It's a lot of tours.
I went to all the Eagles in every state. That's what I was going to no. I never went. He did. And
To New Orleans?
Yes.
I've been there a couple
I
times.
never went down. Right. That's what I was going to ask you.
You know, the
kinda-
party started in Mobile, Alabama.
I've been there too for that.
Have you?
I want to eat. I want to go to New Orleans just
I've
for the
never
food.
gone there.
Yes.
The food's amazing.
Yeah.
Never
Same.
I'm not into the crowd.
Oh, you don't want to go.
I
It's
maybe see it once, but
it's insane.
No, thanks.
It's-
I'm not into it.
It's really dirty.
Yeah.
like
Ooh,
like
maybe I'll go.
trashy dirty. Not
Oh, maybe-
skanky
I'm
dirty.
going.
I'm talking about like garbage bags everywhere and stuff.
I'm just going to go down
Because they
for the
get
voodoo.
they get like a million people there.
I heard that
so-
Samantha
shit.
just went for the first time, and she was like, "You would like it because of the food." But
Oh, yeah.
and she didn't go for like Mardi Gras.
Well, there-
or anything, but
everything is-
beautiful home they stayed in.
Oh, right on.
Beautiful.
Is everything I'm going to use? It's Creole or
You're talking about Cajun?
There we go.
Cajun.
I couldn't think of the word.
Well, if you're
Creole,
going down
yeah,
there for
Creole
that, yeah.
is down there.
I would like that.
Which is
I've had
what?
Cajun
It's
crawfish.
spicy
Yeah,
French?
it's
Yeah.
spicy.
Everything is spicy. No matter.
Well, if you get the Cajun,
French
I've had
Canadian.
Cajun is the southern French. Creole is the swamps. So
yeah, I've had gumbo. I've had
no, it really
Cajun
is.
Seemed like it
crawfish,
should be
I've had-
the other way around. Because
Yes.
isn't Creole more of a French word?
right.
well,
That's what
well, yeah, you'd think, but
Right.
no, it's. I had a buddy that lived down there, and he explained it to me. It's the Cajun is the French infusion of the area's seafood and what the local cuisine, right?
Cuisine, yeah.
Creole is like the gator and the crawfish and the whatever. So it's really a mix of all of that.
Yeah.
See, I imagine did you have crawfish when you were down there?
Oh,
yes,
crawfish
I
is
said it like 5
amazing.
times.
Oh, did it's so.
Dude, I
isn't it
will-
a lot of work for nothing?
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but it's fucking
It's
delicious.
really good.
It's so good.
Yeah,
I've
but-
been to so many crawfish boils.
Yeah, but is it
I've
the
been to a
spice
couple.
that's
It's
good?
pretty good.
Well, I mean,
Is that
that
what it
spice
is?
makes the food. We were just talking about it last week. Spice makes the food.
Once you get over the idea of like, I used to catch crayfish at Beaver Creek,
Right?
And
And you're
it's
like,
Same
that's what I'm
just
thing.
like
like.
those. They
Same
look just
thing.
like those.
Yes.
Great,
Except
gross.
they clean them, don't
They're
they?
freshwater shrimp.
Yeah.
That's basically what they are.
Yeah, but
Or
you gotta-
lobster. I'm
But
sorry.
they're
lobster.
still a
lobster.
scavenger.
Yeah,
they
right.
eat just whatever.
I mean,
Still
they
bottom
boil
feeders.
them in this seasonings and whatnot.
They
You got to
suck
pull the
the
head
heads.
off,
And
suck
they're
the
wonderful.
juice out,
All
this is-
day.
peel the shit out.
This is the beginning of Lent, then, right? And
Right.
I'm not.
That's why it's called Fat Tuesday, because you
'cause
gorge
do
yourself
on all
before
the
Lent.
sins beforehand, and then you give up something for Lent. I didn't plan on giving.
I'm giving up Ed money for Lent. I'm so done with you.
That hurts. It goes right to
Not
the
really.
bone.
I can't back that up.
I don't give stuff up.
I gave up Christianity.
I put out though.
What would
You'll
you
put out for Lent?
Yeah.
Would you consider you have a vice that you would give up? Anything that, because aren't you supposed to give up, like people give up smoking,
maybe.
people give up.
You're supposed to give up
It
things
could
that
be
you're attached
anything.
to.
I'm
Yeah.
entertained with other.
I'm giving up
people's
saying the word
things.
xylophone.
I always used to give up drinking pop.
Yeah. See, I don't do. It's like birthdays to give a
Right.
gift, Christmas, holidays for you. If I want to buy you something, I think you'd like it. I'll get it, and I can't wait for a holiday.
Right.
It's the same thing with maybe giving something up. That's got to be a personal, like, if you're talking about things like smoking or.
Well,
drink,
here's the thing. You only give it up for a certain period, though,
certain
right?
Stupid
Right.
little
Yeah,
things.
what's the
until
point?
I can
Easter
see it for
Sunday
the
or something.
novelty
Like a
of
week.
it, but to really like basically, this Lent, I'm gonna change my life.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
If you need a holiday,
It's a
to
temporary-
change
Like it
your
the way
life,
it is. I love
Lent,
it the
Lent
way
is
it
a temporary.
yeah.
Temporarily off.
Can I tell you the only reason, and this is not a because he and I have talked a little bit about. I love Lent for for one stupid reason.
Fish fries.
Arby's brings their fish sandwich back.
The Arby's cod sandwich.
They're already selling it.
Isn't it fantastic?
If you got a coupon.
It's
So
one of the best fish.
expensive.
Don't
It
you
is.
agree? It's one of the best fish sandwiches.
No, Arctic's on Colorado Avenue.
Oh yeah, that's some
Has the
good
best
perch.
seafood.
Oh, my mouth just watered.
Any bar that has a fish fry on Fridays, I'm telling
Yeah,
the
what's-
Slovak Homes.
Slovak Home on Broadway.
Oh, yeah, they were on. They've been on TV.
Andrew
like,
Zimmer's.
they were on some. Yeah, they were been on
Foods,
many shows
yeah.
where they showed the volume they do. It's like
Yeah, the
crazy.
Slovak.
That's
Look,
why.
But it's all
sometimes-
hand.
Ed.
Well, they have a conveyor.
Yeah.
for-
Conveyor,
but
yeah.
it's still pretty much.
Yeah.
Ed, you
I
want
guess I'm
good
wrong.
fish fries? Come to Parma. It is home of Lent.
Is it?
Dude,
Oh yeah.
Ukrainians, Polish.
And they got Rudy Strudels
yeah,
out there.
It's fucking
It's between Parma and Jerusalem.
right.
It's like,
Dude,
you forgot Seven Hills.
yeah, it's Lent all year long. You can get pierogies and fish Fridays every week.
oh,
I love
like
pierogies.
that.
Do you? I'm not a big. That's,
Oh, I love pierogies.
pierogies.
No.
Dude, and ours are all homemade, like
All buttery with
on-site.
onion.
Yes.
See,
yes.
if they get too
Drowski's.
slimy,
I don't
Sounds
like
good.
when they're toasted.
Pierogies.
I like
Really?
more slimy.
And we
Do
have
you?
400 churches that sell them for whatever. So you can just go
Yeah.
to the church and be like,
Not around
I want-
here.
you know
What
who
are you
I buy
talking
those
about?
they're
from?
expensive.
A friend of ours.
Gadrowski's?
Kedrowski's,
Yes.
they have
Yes.
they have
They
good
make-
ones.
yeah.
But Tommy the Greek,
Oh,
a buddy of ours,
Yeah.
he does them with the church ladies,
right?
On
Yeah.
the
and
tower?
he'll sell them by the dozen.
Yes.
Does he
Fresh.
do the one on
Tower Boulevard. Tower Boulevard.
No,
over
I
there.
think
Yeah,
he's Lake
it's
Road.
a Greek Orthodox.
That's
Oh,
it. That's it.
Oh,
That's-
he's okay.
That's-
He's the one on Oberlin Avenue.
No.
I think it's by Tower, maybe.
That's what I
or-
said. Tower
I think
Boulevard
there's
has the
Tower.
Greek church.
58
over there.
Tower. Yeah, that's where
think-
Pete got married.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Only
Pete
said,
Nick.
only said it 5 times.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
nobody listens.
I don't.
I love.
I
his
already
sister.
gave you up for Lent.
I still love his sister. She was wonderful, or is wonderful.
Audience members, I know we've run out of time for these guys, so we're going to get out of here. You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on our website, which is latenightwithedmoney.com, where it's real people have real conversations about life. You're normally not listening to a gassy me. If you're not listening to me, you're listening to CPAP Chuck.
We'll see ya.
Chuck Dick.
Chuck Dick.
There. Oh, wow. That was harsh. I felt like I was a victim. I'm triggered.
You're on a carton somewhere right now. He's always he's a Jeffrey Neutron is
something.
Your
Yeah,
local
Jeff
genius. That's why we have him there. He's a genius. He figures everything out for us. And last but not least, always keeping us in balance and check is Bueno. Want to thank our in-studio guests who could be here anytime. Is a lovely Beck.
Woo.
And all right, we're going to be leaving
What was
you
that?
I don't know.
I liked it.
featuring.
I love having her on the show. Yeah,
That's right.
Right?
Featuring Evan Maxwell, A Day at Sea. So check it out. Again, if you want to be mentioned, get a hold of us. Like, share, subscribe, tell 2 friends. Go ahead, Chuck.
I thought you were going to play one of your songs.
I will. I'm embarrassed to do it. It's embarrassing.
Just
It's-
do it.
Just do it.
What, you did a song?
Yeah.
Did you sing?
No,
No,
it's
not in that one.
I gave my love a cherry.
No, so I'm walking away.
That was the only guy listening to your song.
We'll be leaving you with that Abimini, A Day at Sea. So check it out. Again, always remember that you are a somebody, and don't be materialistic because it gets you nowhere. And after that, we are out of here.
Bye.
Said there ain't no reason, but I sit here every day, waiting for the moment I will feel like I should stay. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye. Can we walk to fade away? Can we let it fade away? We'll take it day by day. Can we walk to fade away? You said that you've been searching, silencing my mind, trying to be patient but running out of time. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye. You said there ain't no meaning, I just wanna understand everything that led us here, the teardrops when I hold your hand. No way I'd let you slip by. No way I'd let you say bye. Can we walk to fade?
You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money, brought to you by 3 Bowls of Crunch Production. Late Night with Ed Money is a copyrighted show, and any unauthorized reproduction for sale is strictly prohibited without written and/or verbal consent from Ed Money. Otherwise, we'll find out where you live and beat the shit out of you. Thank you for listening.